Hi, welcome. On this video, I'm going to be outside on the street walk with Puddles. And there she is. She's here on the board and train. In my last video, I did the walk with Bella, and now I have Puddles out here for the same thing. And notice I do have a pressure collar on her. Again, it's just to help with being proactive, communication with the leash. But again, it's about you know, how you're using the tool. Okay, and again, I recommend, go between tools, the pressure collar. And now here's the thing: as I walk her, you notice here as I walk with her, her body will lean as though she wants to be picked up. Okay, and this is where it's improving greatly. Again, it's just one-handed with putting her in the sit position, starting to head out here to the street. But again, she had a lot of control issues. A lot of it had to do with just connecting with people on an emotional level. I suspect being picked up quite a bit because, again, how she arcs her body as you're even moving with her, she wants to initiate getting picked up. So again, I'm going against that in a good way to get her to begin to accept influence by way of these interactions in terms of control, relationship, because again, it's all about getting her to release stress. So she's coming forward, but she's getting more and more, the good news, she's getting more and more agreeable as I do this. So again, putting her back down in the sit position. Beautiful day here in Florida, and I'm going to walk her forward here, stop her along the way. Now, one thing I was going to mention too, when you're dealing with a smaller dog, Puddles is pretty small, just always be aware if you have back issues or you can do more with a leash that way, or just take your time and do less, but never put yourself in a position to blow out your back, okay? Because again, that serves no point if you're out of commission. It doesn't help anybody, so just be aware of that. I always mention to people, I'm bending down, I'm putting her into the sit, doing a little push and pull. I'm going to put her into a down position. You see me, I'm asserting. There we go. She's very agreeable here. A little bit of push back. Doesn't like it. A little bit because we're outside now. More things to invest in, check out. See her sniffing. Just want her to relax. She's relaxing pretty good here. Bring her back up into a sit. Move forward with her here. But watch how she arcs her body. See that arcing? You say, it's like, please pick me up. Okay, that's a sign. See that? See that? How the body's arcing out there? She's got her, see her popping her head up. It's like she's trying to initiate someone picking her up. Don't want that. You want to stop that. Okay? Because this is why she's stressing. And here's the thing: is there's a stress point there too. When you go against that, she's not doing it as much now, but she was really. There we go. See, there's the reaction right here. See the stress here on her. See that? See what happened? And I barely put any influence on her at all. This is the stressing her arcing her body out. So what this is, we'll talk through this a little bit, because you heard that yelping sound. And that yelping is physiological. It didn't come from hurting her. It's control. Okay? It's a reaction due to the fact that she had a high level of control issues. And now the contrast here is such that her mind is reacting to all this. You push pull, and this can be very difficult for people because, but you can tell from the arch. Here's the thing: emotion, right? Getting picked up reverses everything. She's back in control because of what's been established in the relationship. So watch this. Same thing. Bring her forward. It's important to see this because people have to work through this stuff. Same thing. Put her into a down. Sit. Because here's the thing: when you see a reaction like that, the tendency, right, is to think that, failing to reconcile the reaction properly, think that the dog's being hurt. Okay, no one wants to see a dog react that way, but the point is, this is why people can never overcome issues, because they emotionalize reactions. And here's the thing: no different than a selfish child having a certain reaction, a tantrum, kicking a hole in the door. Okay, as a parent is beginning to advocate. Okay, because here there's even right here, there's no pressure on her at all. The pressure collar, okay, there's a little tension there, but there's nothing coming on to her right now. But watch it. But here's the point: the stress point happened when she started arcing her body, because here's the thing: she get more desperate to be picked up. Okay, as this goes on, the integrity of this And then as influence happens, it creates a reaction in her, okay? This is why you see some dogs like are choking and going on, and it's like, oh man, I'm not even doing anything, and that dog is having, you know, choking and gagging, and people get really upset because you're thinking, well, it must be something that you're doing to the dog. But no, it's physiological, okay? It's a stress on that dog is starting to have cause a reaction because that dog has hit a tipping point, and this is why the dog needs help. So just like her, see how you can tell, see her head coming up here, same thing. So I just tap a little bit here, see, just nudge a little bit, helps relax her. This is meant to de-stress her, okay? And what you'll look for as you do this, and it's starting to happen now, is that arcing will start going away. Okay, it's that desire, that wanting to, because that's the point of agreeableness and acceptance, starting to, stress is coming off, control, she's releasing control, even right here. See the arc is going away right now? See that whole thing with wanting to get up in, because she's starting to go into her rightful role as a follower. See that? Look at that, big difference. Had a little reaction back there. We just moved beyond it. Because see that? Much better. Now she's just floating here. I'm barely doing anything with the leash. This is like the best moment we've had so far because she was stressed, really stressed out. Not eating good. That was one of her issues. Now see her head starting to come up here again. She's thinking about, okay, I want to be picked up again. Don't do it because now it's become about emotion. I'll put her back into another down. Down position helps. She's back into a down. See how right here? Look how relaxed. See, I'm pushing. Look how relaxed she's looking here now. Nice. This is taking stress. She was stressed out. See that? Back up. There we go. We're gonna turn around, go the other way. See, she starts to jump a little bit, like, please pick me up. I want this. This is her way to try to deal. See, she's arcing again. Certain little stopping points, right? But one recommendation is do not pick up. Okay, when you see a dog, you need to go back to getting the dog to accept being interacted this way. Do not pick the dog up. Not a good idea for anybody because you'll never fix your issues that way. See this? Same thing. When you get a stress reaction like that, that's a sign. That happens a lot, especially with younger dogs. But again, it's hard for people to deal with it because a certain level of experience, you can reconcile what that is, but when people hear it or see it, it upsets them because they're looking at things just through an emotional lens. But think about the parent who's very permissive, right? And you can't even talk to them, right? Because it's all about them and how they feel. It's not about doing the right thing for the child. It's no different here. And I mentioned this show a little bit too because, I encourage people to think about it. If you've ever seen the show Intervention on A&E, dealing with addicts, you'll see them all sitting on the couch and the intervention's happening. And if you watch the enabling parent is having the more difficult time than the actual addict. The addict actually knows why they're there. The enabler is struggling harder than the addict. Because that's how it works, right? It's like a drug. See that? She's so much better here. Turn the camera around. But I know it's difficult for people because that's why messes happen, okay? But again, I encourage people really, this is a great video to be able to reconcile, to pay attention. These times you'll see her arc, how she lifts her head here. It's like she's used to, because that's bred right, that's right into her. Used to being carried and picked up. That needs to completely stop for a period of time. If you pick a dog up, it's got to be done the right way. Reconciling relationship. Doing so much better. See that? Doing so much better. It's coming along, and so the reaction there was just brief, but she was reacting quite a bit earlier. Not today, but initially the first day a little bit. But she's starting to really relax. The stress is coming off her, so doing really, really good. So anyway, that's Puddles. She's doing good, but understand that, see that reaction. Smaller dogs, people tend to emotionalize smaller dogs a lot more. it puts more stress on them by way of relationship and control. And you see that reaction, and it's hard because people will look at the, they're trying to reconcile the reaction. But think about the selfish child that's stressed out. Okay, they have no comfort through proper parenting. They're pushing boundaries. Bad things start happening. Here it's physiological. Okay, but again, working through those reactions, but in a way that really tries to keep things leveled out. And then you can see the rest of the walk. But if you watch her body arcing and her head coming up, you can tell what she wants. Okay, and that's a way, because that's a path to